Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Again, back. First time. Who knows? Welcome to the channel. I haven't been posting much about the bike the last couple weeks because I needed to get heat. It's not as cold today, but I did get a heater. So I will be hooking that up here shortly. It's a Mastercraft Milk House utility heater. And I'm hoping to be able to get it warm enough because the next few days are going to be kind of warm, and I'm going to put some clear coat on my frame. And then in the next few videos I'll start reassembling. There's a few things I have to add that I didn't know how to do before. And after a lot of research I've sort of figured it out, I think. But yeah, we'll be back with a heater, and I'll be wearing coveralls. And part of what I'm doing today is finishing welding the exhaust pipes for the bike. So, be right back. So I don't know if I was recording any of that, but jeez. Yeah. So, I don't know if I was recording any of that, but I decided to try to run the heater and the welder at the same time. As you cannot see, it doesn't work out very well. It would have been way better if I had been, recording, but sometimes you hit the wrong button, guys. It happens. Now, I'm going to go turn the power back on. Out. And try not to break my neck on the way. Alright, I'm back. So, heater's off. Welder's on. Let's try not to blow another breaker. That would be extremely helpful. And I'm pretty sure I recorded this and you guys weren't watching, so, sorry, but not grinding it out. Woo! That went down my sock. How did I do this? that part's done. And gonna let that cool off, and then I'll take a wire wheel, get all the slag off, then I'll take a grinding wheel or a flap disc, probably both, and clean it up, because that's a COVID weld. Yeah. It's pretty sick. Alright guys, wire wheel time. This is an Amazon, dirt cheap, I think it was like 20 bucks, Avid Power grinder. Bought these wire wheels that go on the grinder for like 20 bucks. And they've been my inspiration for paint. They've been helping me out a lot. It'll make quick work of the slag. And we'll see how ugly the welds are under the cover. Here we go. So guys, like I said, they're not pretty welds. I think I called it a COVID weld. Yeah. She ugly. But it's gonna hold. I am gonna put some silencers in the end of these, because I have seen people say you need some back pressure on the engine, otherwise it loses its timing, I think was what was said. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm going to wire wheel the slag off the other one, then I'm going to take the flap disc. It's too thin. Well, I could probably do it with the grinder. I don't want to, just in case. But I'll take the flap disc, put it on, smooth that out a bit. I think what I'm going to end up doing is wire wheel the whole thing, then paint it. I'm not sure what color, but something so it has some rust protection. And then wrap the pipes, I believe is the plan I'm having. But yeah. So people will say you're doing a rat rod because it's cheap. It's kind of cheap. It's not super cheap. It's kind of cheap. A rat bike, sorry. it is what it is. And part of the reason I'm doing it this way is because it's cheap and I want it on the road. I don't want to spend a pile of time getting the bike put together and then waiting for paint, because it's not going to be perfect. It's my first bike. One day I will build a perfect bike. One day this might even be a perfect bike, because this is just the first incarnation. Plan on getting another bike as a daily, but for now this is going to be my ride. Well, for not now, but for when it's on the road, it's going to be my ride. And I'll eventually have a daily. Hopefully not too eventually. Sooner rather than later. And this thing will come apart again. I'll clean up welds. I'll fix welds. I'll cut stuff off that's not working the way I wanted it to. Put new stuff on that's going to work the way I need it to. I'm going to get a better welder. I've said that already. But, yeah. So, this is the first of many incarnations probably of this bike. And I'm learning. So, alright, back to wire wheeling. Alright, wire wheeling is done. This does not look as bad, which is sad. But, yeah. So now I am going to turn off the camera for a minute, switch over to a flap disc, clean these up. Bob's your uncle. I do have an Uncle Bob, but yeah. Alright. So guys, I feel like I gypped you. Remember how sometimes I don't hit the record button? Did it again. So, flap disc. Slightly used now, but I got it on Amazon for pretty cheap. Like $5-10 for a pack of 4 or 5. And I guess you didn't really miss out on much because I just cleaned up the welds a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to end up doing flap disc or wire wheel the whole thing, the whole pipe. And I'm going to paint them, wrap them. I'll have rust protection because from what I know, water gets held in by that wrap and can rust your pipes out really quick. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to end up painting them and wrapping because they're not pretty. But I do like the way the wraps look. I'll show you what the COVID welds look like after I've ground them all down. I probably could go a little less or grind a little more, but really I don't see much point because it's going to be painted, going to be wrapped. So, yeah. But I think we're going to end the video here. So, yeah. I've only been doing this for about an hour. The video's probably only like 7 minutes long. Maybe 10. But I worked all day. I want to go in and have myself a tea. And yes, I said a tea because I stopped drinking because the hangovers weren't worth falling down the day before. So, I haven't had a drink in a while. Not going to drink any. But if you're watching this channel, you're not going to see me have a beer. It's not part of what I am anymore. And I live a pretty good life. But comment, tell me how you liking the progress on this. I know it's going slower than I'd like, but you tell me what you think. And like the videos, please, if you like them. If you don't like them, thumbs down them. I know I'm not the best personality, but I am who I am. And subscribe if you really like the videos, because I'm planning on putting out a video every Monday. This one you saw. This is what it's about. The next one, I should be cleaning up some rust that's developed since the last time I got to do anything to this bike, and then clear coating the frame to avoid any more rust showing up. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, dislike, tell me how stupid I look, tell me you think I'm doing okay. Doesn't really matter to me. I would like your input though. I have no feelings. That's not true. But I don't get my feelings hurt by people. So, thanks again for watching. Come back. Hope you enjoyed it. I got no tagline. I'm just a guy working on a bike in a shed. But thanks again.